Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of ReZero on Season 2 on Episode 43 or Episode 5 on Part 2 of Season 2 of ReZero. Anyways, this episode right here was actually pretty nice, although there were some parts that kind of got me trying to understand certain conversations and stories to simplify it in a certain way. So if anything else, let's just get this started, okay? We have to it that Subaru ends up talking to Ryuzu and Shima about the situation, about what's going on, but we also get to know some old memories from Ryuzu and Shima or Shima whatsoever. Whatever the case may be, they have a story to tell Subaru about what's up, you know? And this actually involves Beatrice or Bieko and Echidna, and along with like Ryuzu herself, you know? We have to, it looks like to me, Bieko and Ryuzu seems to be comfortable with each other. Well, Bieko sounds like a spoiled child, honestly, and it looks like to me Bieko or Beatrice looks up to Echidna as a mother figure, or just a mother at all, you know? Whatever the case may be. But that only lasted about like maybe at least 7 minutes of the episode. Then we go to the trial after like Shima, I think, mentions to Subaru that everything went to hell. Like, everything somehow changed or went to hell. And we get to see Emilia's trial involving Betelgeuse having to, like, talk to Romulus Cornelius. Which we all know who that guy is. I mean, this guy is so freaking a big authority guy. Is an authoritarian or authority guy, you know? Well, he is one of the freaking bishops whatsoever. But one thing for sure is that this guy is really like saying, hey, why are you interrupting me? Hey, you should be answering my question whatsoever. Hey, why are you ignoring me? That's what he's been like throughout this episode. But we get to see that that Betelgeuse tells Fortuna and Emilia to get the hell out of here while he'll distract the two, you know? Which apparently the other one is Pandora, the white witch whatsoever that shows up, or she's also the witch of vanity whatsoever. Whatever the case may be, her name is Pandora. And guarantee that name alone is scary enough. If you even do research on the name alone, or if you even know the history about that name in the legends and myths whatsoever, you will understand that name alone is just scary. And the way what she did in this episode is also scary. But that aside, we have too that Betelgeuse ends up being given the sloth name after he decided to take in the power that seems to be a little dangerous. And it is that same power he had in Season 1, if you remember correctly. Betelgeuse, you know? Or Beetlejuice, or Betelgeuse, however you want to pronounce his name. But one thing was sure, he ends up taking in a power that seems like he's able to hold off against Romulus Cornelius, you know? And we see to it that it does like the power that Geese or Betelgeuse that took in, you know, after giving the title Sloth, you know? Oh my gosh, man. It made him bleed out his eyes or something. It made him bleed, you know? Whatever the case may be, it seemed like it has a nasty side effect to him for taking in that power. But it looks like to me he was able to hold off Romulus Cornelius for a while. Then we go to a scene where Fortuna and Emilia say their goodbyes to each other, even though Emilia, as a young child, does not want to go. And then Fortuna asks Archie to get Emilia out of here, even though like it is very tough to do so, you know. And we see to it that Archie gets attacked by a magic beast and tells Emilia to run, as the attack that infected him ends up spreading onto his body, even though he chopped off part of his foot that was attacked or something in order to like him stop the spreading, but it's too late. He therefore tells Emilia to get going, you know. Then after Archie and everything else all considered, we get to see a scene. We go back to the scene where Betelgeuse or Geese ends up taking Romulus Cornelius. And the way I look at it, it's a stalemate. But unfortunately for Betelgeuse or Geese himself, it looks like to me he did not really stand a chance against Romulus Cornelius at all. It looked like it's a stalemate, but the guy ends up blowing off one of Geese's hands or arms, you know, and Fortuna shows up and decides to help him out, and ends up indirectly making a confession saying, I can't live without you, okay? In other words, she pretty much says, I love you, and etc., call me crazy Milonakis for thinking that way, but Fortuna mentioned that she's kind of tough. She only acts tough when she's in front of Geese and Amelia, and that I think implicitly she says, hey, I love you, I ain't gonna let you die like this, otherwise I won't forgive myself, that kind of thing. Then we see to it that Pandora tells, it looks like to me, Romas Cornelius, whatever his name is, all I know is like he gets really upset seeing how they just ignored him and that he was going to blast them to hell. Pandora says, hey, knock it off, let me handle this and calm down. But Cornelius says, hell no, who the hell are you to tell me what to do? And tries to blow up the Witch of Vanity or Pandora to pieces, but unfortunately that did not seem to be an effect on her because even though she was blown to pieces, she has a full body back and pushes Romy Cornelius down in the ground. Like he literally turned him into a freaking wood stump or something. And tells him, hey, you better knock it off now, okay? And Roma says, hey, I do whatever the hell I want. And says, okay, how about this? I order you to come here, and now I can order you to get the hell out of here. You are going to be surrounded by your wives whatsoever, etc. And Romas Cornelius just vanished, He just literally vanished, and we have to it Fortuna, and Beetlegeese gets ready to fight Pandora head on after what she has done, and we have to it that Pandora's like, okay then, come at me with what you got. And then there's a post-credit scene where Amelia keeps running and that she wants to open the seal and all that, etc. because she doesn't want to separate anybody. She seems really stupid, although I can't blame her because she's a kid, man. I mean, she's just a literal kid. I don't blame a child wanting to do whatever she can to be reunited with the people she loves, man. Anyone will want to do that, even if the consequences are very high. And, childlike mind, childlike state, you get the idea. Call me crazy Milonakis, but I'm just speaking what's up, And then we have too that Amelia goes to the sealed door that was mentioned, and Pandora's like, hey, what's up? I've been waiting for you. And the episode ends off there. Now, this is really scary about Pandora is one of the few highlight characters of this episode, but Romas Cornelius, or the Cornelius, whatever his last name is, whatever the case may be, that guy, I mean, the way how he's able to, able to, blow off an arm to Cornelius, and, the same thing he did at the beginning of Season 2 when he met, oh man, I forgot that girl's name. All I know is she's green-haired whatsoever. It's like when she had her arm blown off by him, dude. It's like he did that same thing to Beetlejuice or Geese himself, and that just goes to show, he's not someone you don't want to mess with. And even when Geese took in that sloth power or whatever witch's power he had, and now Subaru has it, he never laid a hand on him while Cornelius himself laid a hand on him and blew off an arm. That just shows that either he's just messing with you or he just can't be touched and he's just waiting for you to waste your energy whatsoever. But Pandora it's a whole different level. She got blown to bits, dude, and she literally just defeated Romeus by stomping him to the ground with just her hand and teleporting him out of there and undid the damage, all that he did, that kind of thing. Not to mention, she showed up right in front of Amelia at the sealed door that is shown in the trial, So that just shows a different level of power of what this witch Pandora is, And like I said, that name alone, Pandora, is scary alone. Call me crazy Milonakis, but if you know the history of that name or you've done your fair research or something, you will know that that name alone is enough to at least give you an idea that name is already scary enough. I mean, Pandora. If you don't believe me, check up that name and research yourself. Call me crazy Milonakis for saying that, but Pandora, that name alone, like I said, is scary and just proves how scary that Witch of Vanity is. Not to mention her powers that were shown in this episode. And we don't know what happened to Geese or Fortuna, but depending on how ruthless she is, she might have killed them off. But possibly she didn't kill Geese, but might possibly kill off Fortuna. Whatever the case may be, we'll have to find out later. But one thing for sure, next episode, I hope we continue Amelia's trial, and hopefully we'll find out what's up. So until then, peeps, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!